What's up, pals? Welcome to another episode of the Your Random Pal channel. And today I'm coming to you from sunny Evansville, Indiana for the Eville Shindig. And this is pretty evil out here. Got some evil rides, some very wicked rides out here. These are 1972 and older traditional hot rods. A lot of these cars, they're not even like what you would call a normal show car where the paint is flawless and stuff. A lot of them out here have some rust on them, some patina. They're not shiny. I mean, there are a few that are shiny too. They're all mixed in, so even if you don't have a car that you think is show worthy, if you got a car that's 1972 and older and it fits the kind of criteria for this show, being a traditional rod, you could have your vehicle in this show. And then they got cars, trucks, I think some motorcycles out here and stuff like that. Now, I did a video earlier, Beatersville. It's very similar to this show called Beatersville back in my hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, which is 2 hours away from Evansville. But check that video out. I'll link it in the description below so you can check out the Beatersville show. Both these shows are very similar. There's also, besides the car show, there's pinup girls, there's a Halloween costume contest, and there's a flamethrowing contest. So they got a lot of cool stuff going on, not to mention they're playing some rockabilly music live on stage. So a lot of cool stuff to come out here and check out in Evansville, Indiana at the Eville Shindig. Now let's go check out all these evil, wicked rides. I guess I'll start with the ride that was behind me. This is a 1952 Henry J. Gasser. This one does have some very beautiful paint on it and some graphics. These are like say Von Dutch type deal, pinstriping. Very, very nice paint job on this one. It's called the Hitchhiker. You can see the exhaust pipes just run straight out here, straight through the headers. And like a dragster, it's got this wheelie bar on the back, rat fink right here. Beautiful, beautiful artwork on this car. Beautiful paint job. Not to mention the car next to it. It's got a beautiful metal flake paint job. I mean, these flakes in it, they sparkle. This is what I love, is big flakes. Not only in the red, but the silver paint here. And it's got a Chevy motor, apparently. It's got Corvette valve covers on it. Got the 3 carb setup.
327.
327, all right.
T5.
T5.
It's called the long range bomber.
All right, long range bomber. And what year, what kind of?
31 Model A.
31 Model
67, 327.
Cool, cool. I love it, man. I love the paint job. Did you do it all yourself?
Yeah, in New York.
Oh, wow.
10 years ago.
Wow, that is beautiful.
It's got red and silver. The only candy sits in the passenger seat.
Let me look at the interior on it. It's got that,
clear.
yeah, I got that multicolor. Okay.
Don't slam it though.
Okay. Yep. So here's the inside of it. I like the shifter right here, and even the steering wheel has that metal flake paint in it.
That's the microphone out of an airplane.
Oh, cool. So
a bomber.
Oh, right, cool. That's a microphone out of an airplane, a bomber.
A bomber, yeah.
You know what particular?
I think it was B-17.
B-17.
I don't remember.
Well, I love your ride here. It's awesome, man.
That's why they call me the long range bomber.
Thanks for sharing.
You don't want to look at this thing.
You need the interior of it?
Yeah. Here's a Henry J next to it. I filmed it already, and the owner's standing next to him. So let's take a look at this. This is all drag set up here. It's got a removable steering wheel, racing seats, and the steering wheel is hanging up here. It's the same color as the car itself. And there's your air conditioning over there in the corner, a little bitty fan.
You ready to do a podcast?
You two. Do you get many passengers in that thing?
They're deceived.
You should take it for a ride.
Want to go for a ride?
Sure.
Can you get in the cage? Do I have
I'm
to,
sure I can. I'm pretty
skinny.
skinny.
That window rolled down?
Is it?
Well, no, I'll do it if you need it.
Let me see how it goes.
If you're going to get in it,
Yeah.
let me make some room here.
So we're getting in.
He's afraid to do wheelies with it. He's afraid to do a wheelie.
do a wheelie. That's what your friend said.
Maybe tough to roll the window down.
That's all right. I can just climb over it.
I didn't know if you wanted to, try to video it out of it. That's what I was trying to get into.
I can do it like this. It's fine.
I
I can probably see through the glass pretty good. All right, sitting in the Henry J. A lot of echo in here. Going for a little fun ride around the concourse right here.
It's loud.
And it's loud, cover your ears. Thanks for the ride, my friend. Appreciate it. Man, pals, I've barely been here and I'm having so much fun already at this show. It's just my first time being here and it's amazing. People are great out here. Guy gave me a ride in his Henry J gasser. People are making some smoke, making some noise, and the cars are just amazing. Check this one out. This one here is pure evil. This is a Chevy El Camino, jacked up, got the winch on the back. It's that matte black rat rod color with the pinstripes. It's got some chrome fender mirrors. I mean, this is a beautiful rat rod right here. And it's got the pointed taillights. Hey, it's a two budget. And then there's the golf cart, guys. Got an old lead sled type of car right here. Got that really pale yellow paint on it. But look at that interior. It's got the kind of a goldish and a cream colored interior. It's beautiful. Plus it sparkles. French antenna. And this one here is a 1954 Chevy. Missing all its badge. It's got the kind of a clean look to it. Comes another car down the road. And here we go. I'm a Pontiac guy. It's a Pontiac wagon, and this thing, it's a little bit rusty, and so are the people driving it right here. You're all missing some skin right here. The dog in the side, man's best friend right there. It's got this cool jerry can on top with the artwork. You can see it's a bit rusty and crusty. Got a cool pinstriping on it. Old Pontiac Bonneville Safari wagon. So it's just a different thing. Some people really appreciate the weathered look, the rusty look, and the patina look. Look at that Beetle.
That's my Beetle.
Awesome. Love your car. I like how it's got a different look to it.
Yeah.
Now this is one really old car right here. I don't know if it's the oldest one in the show because I've been so preoccupied with everything going on, I haven't got to look at much yet. But this one here is a 1924 Model T Speedster. You can see it's got room for your luggage, a trunk in the back, literally a trunk in the back. The old skinny tires. Now these are a little bit, I guess, newer tires because the original, well, I don't know what year they went up to, but originally tires were white back in the day before they started adding the color or whatever chemicals they added to make them black like we see today. And under the hood, really old, looks like an old engine, but with some modern touches. I mean, you got the K&N air filter. It looks like it's a old engine updated. Man, there's little bees flying around me. There's bees everywhere at this event. Now moving along from this little Model T Speedster, it's really tiny. We got an old school bus back here. I mean, got a little bit of everything. It's a Bluebird. It's for sale. It says 69. I'm assuming that's the year of it. I don't know. And it's got an awning for camping out.
Check this guy.
Sure. Is it 69 bus?
No.
Okay, I saw the number on the front.
85. You know what that means.
Yeah. I didn't know what year it was though.
I can't remember what year is this say. I am 85.
85?
Is it? I think so. I thought it was 70 something. Hell, I can't.
I go in and check it out.
Yeah, hammer down. Hey. It looks cool.
Yeah. Let's see what this thing looks like inside. They don't know what year it is. It's got a modern day Vizio TV screen in it. It's got seats for everybody. I like the couch, man. This couch is really groovy. American flag on the ceiling. It's a nice party bus right here. Nice bus, man. Y'all have fun partying. Right here we got an orphan car. This is old Studebaker. Pretty sure it's a Hawk. Let's see. It's a Studebaker Silver Hawk is what it says on the sheet there. And it's got a little bit of silver on it, but it's mostly this maroon color, outside and inside. They put some cup holders in it, and a replica model. It's a 1/18 scale model of the car. These Studebakers, man, they are beautiful. They're timeless classic. A lot of times Studebakers are kind of overlooked. Everybody thinks of the big three cars: Chevy, Chrysler, and Ford. But this was big back in the day. Take a look at this. We got a pair of cute little Jeeps over here. White one, the red one. These are a little bit tiny. Look, they got air vents on the rocker panels. Quarter panels everywhere. But it's here, so it must still be running. Now the white one is a little bit nicer shape. I don't see the rust holes on it. But you can see how basic these Jeeps are. They're very stripped down. They have like very few instrumentation. You know, it's just a off-road utility, shift them gears, get it anywhere. Well, it's almost Halloween time. That's why they got this creepy clown mask on the front of this old Pontiac Catalina wagon here. It's got a 400 emblem, so I assume it's got the 400 motor in it. I mean, you don't see too many wagons except for when you go to one of these events where they got the really older cars. It's neat to see a wagon version. It's got these big truck towing mirrors on the fenders here. It's got some faded pinstriping from back in the day. And you know, I love Pontiac, so it's good, nice to see one out here, especially a different one when it's a wagon form. You can see the interior, it's very clean, very stock original looking. Got these nice chrome hubcaps on it. And some more pinstriping on the back. And look, Swope, Louisville, Kentucky. I know that car dealer because that's where I'm from, Louisville, Kentucky. A little bit more pinstriping on the back, and don't look inside, there's a creepy doll. Well, this one here next to this wagon. This is a beauty. It's a 1958 Chevy Biscayne. It's the same body style as the Impala. And I love how they've really overkilled it on the louvers. I mean, take a look at all those louvers on the hood. It's just like overkill. They're everywhere. And this thing is lowered to the ground. Nice two-tone paint job. Beautiful car all around. You know, it's a little bit weathered on the inside, but nice and clean. Got a floor-mounted shifter. I love the wheel combination. The wheels with these little pinstripes almost of the gold, orangish gold color. They match so well with the car. Now over here is a pair of mean street machines. Let's take a look at these bad boys. So this one here, it's a 1937 Ford F1 pickup truck. You can see it's got this nasty turbo setup on it, on top of this V8 motor. It's got this matte orange paint. It's beautiful. And take a look on the inside. I love the rivets on the door panel there. It's got an interesting shifter, and it's got cup holders with some pinstripes on the inside too. Pinstripes here, pinstripes there. Got to have the dice on the valve stems. And you can see the bed is kind of short. Fuel tank takes up a third of the truck bed here. And moving along to the other car right here. Now this one is a 1929 Ford Model A. As you can see, it doesn't look much like the original Model A at all. I like how they did the carb setup, the 3 carb setup deal. And this little visor deal here is nice with these punched out holes, metal flake. Let's take a look at this interior. It kind of looks somewhat of like a aircraft interior. You got like aluminum and these diamond stitched patterned seats. The steering wheel, it's got all these holes in it. So it's a lot of metal and just a little bit of upholstery. And take a look at the floorboards here. It's got like a wood slat kind of deal here. And this thing is really low to the ground, as you can see. The tire comes up halfway on this ride. And take a look where the fuel filler is, right up on the roof. Nice spot for it, right? Well, Mama tried with this one, but the kids still bought a hot rod V8 gasser right here. Check this out. It's an old Ford coupe. It's a 51. It's got the split window on it. Got a very modern interior, but it's got the dash looks kind of like the period. The seats look very modern, racing seats here. I like how the red and black carries on the door panels though. That's just really cool. Outside, it's got this weathered matte black or flat black paint on it. There's that power plant right there. Nice radiator cap, says Ford on it. Let's move on down here. Got a hood tack on it. And it's needs a big fuel cell in the back because that V8 is thirsty. And there's a wheelie bar in case this thing gets a little too loose. All right, pal, so shortly after I arrived at this show, I ran into a fellow car club member from back home in Louisville, Kentucky. We're in the Chicken Eaters Car Club. His name's Jim, and this is his wife's car. She drives a really cool hot rod. Now, this is a 1947 Plymouth Coupe, and it's nicknamed Goldie. So let's check it out here. Now, under the hood is a V8. It's a blueprint engine motor, so a crate motor. Not for sure exactly. The lady thinks it's a 454, but she's not quite for sure. And you got these aftermarket wheels on it. It's nice. They look a little bit more modern than some hot rods would have on it. You got the ghost flames on it. Got to kind of walk around the side to see it because you don't see it from the front. Frenched antenna, the spotlights, the visor with the flames on it, and the fuzzy dice on the rear view mirror. And take a look on the inside. We got cup holders. Okay, big deal, right? But it's got a really pretty inside interior. It's got this gold and white color, and I love the gold around the instrumentation there. And you also got the dice on the shifter handle. Goldie is one beautiful ride. And we got some miniature hot rods right here. Little kid cars, pedal cars. They go good with the hot rods, a nice accessory. Take a look at this thing. It's got some like rebar on it for aesthetic appeal. And you got these skeleton hands on the headlights, and bicycle chains or motorcycle chains on the grill. A lot of creativity going on with this one. It may not be to everybody's taste because it's very rough looking, but the creativity is really cool on this. Looks like it's got blood splatter everywhere. You got red flake paint everywhere on this white truck. So this is what you call very much freedom of expression on here. And take a look on the inside. I love the cup holder. It's apparently a cup holder there. It looks like a hand. And it's got just bare wood on the console there. Now here's a neat idea. This is an old Chevy pickup truck, split window. But that's not what I'm getting at right now, because this person brought not only the truck, but they brought the vintage bike to go along with it. It says it's an Allstate on the bike. I like how it's got that faded red on it. So this is like a 2-for-1 show here. You got the truck and the bike. I think that's a really neat idea. You can show them both off. And as I walk through the show field, the tallest thing catches my eye. It always does. I think it's like everybody there. Let's see what kind of ride this is up here. This is like a monster truck, and it's a 4-door car. Oh wow, so this is old Chrysler Imperial on steroids. You ready to go for some mud, buddy? I'm gonna have to bring some more people with to go partying. And coming down the aisle here, we have a very traditional rod right here. Oh, Lexus. Beautiful Lexus. Well, I've got the blues, and I've got the blues for these two rides here. Check this out. Bright blue, and then I love, like I said before, I love these flaky, shimmery paint jobs. All that metal flake just sparkling. This one's got a little bit of pinstriping on it amidst the rust. This is old Chevy. And take a look at this thing. This thing is a very clean looking car right here. And this one's an old Mercury lead sled. And it's low to the ground. We just can't have a classic car show without a Tri-5 Chevy. Here we got a 55 Bel Air. Of course, you always got to have a red one at the show. This one's got flames on it too. Beautiful, beautiful paint job on it. Even the bumper is painted. Usually they leave that chrome, but this one, bumper is body painted. Same color. It's got a little hot rod touch there. Frenched antenna. And let's move along to the next one. This is a very interesting thing. It's a little green machine here. I'm sure Greta Thunberg would be happy that it's a green machine with this fuel burning V8 on it. Not electric by any means. Now this one is a 1929 Ford. Definitely done up like the rat rod style. Pinstriping. It's been cut up in 8 ways from Sunday. It does have a cup holder in it. All the cars nowadays, even if they're really old, they're custom, they gotta have a cup holder in them. Can't live without cup holders these days. Look at this one. That is a very vintage weathered 57 Chevy right there. Here comes the Chevelle SS. And turning around, a jacked up Chevy, the old C10 right here. Now, this is a very interesting one. It's the 1968 Chevy C10. Looking at it from the front, yeah, it definitely is an old one, but I came to it looking at it from the back first. I didn't film it, but you look at it from the back, it's an old 90s Chevy truck. You're like, what's this doing in this show? But you got to go around, so I guess the frame and everything is 1968 Chevy. They just, the back half of it, they put a modern truck bed on it. Got modern seats in it too, the cloth. Nice custom interior. And I love those side pipes. Those side pipes really set the truck off, in my opinion. And here's a 1969 Camaro pace car, the famous white with orange stripe, orange houndstooth interior, big bold pace car graphics on the side. You'll run into these typically at some classic car shows, and this is just like a beautiful paint scheme. The white and orange. I mean, you can't miss this car. You see it a mile away. You just don't see paint combinations like that. White and orange, it's just not a combination you see. But this is how it came from the factory. I assume it's pretty much stock, the way it looks. This is an interesting car right here. Almost looks like a John Deere thing with some Frank's Red Hot sauce thrown on the side here. The color scheme, at least. Don't know what it is, but it's definitely cool looking. Odd. No top, so you drive this in the rain, you're going to get wet. It's an old Chevy. That's all I know about it.
Now here's an interesting ride. I don't know why it did take off. It is really cool. So Chevy Corvair ramp side. Now most people, when they think of Chevy Corvairs, they think of the little cars with the flat engine in the rear. That guy Ralph Nader, he wrote a book and that killed all the Corvairs off. Well, this is a Corvair ramp side. I believe it's a flat motor, maybe the same engine as the Corvair little car. I don't know for sure, but take a look on the inside and on the back. This is a very practical design. This is a truck, but it's got this ramp right here, so if you had like a lawn mowing business, this would be perfect. Put your riding lawnmower in the back here. There's the engine back there. It looks very much like the Corvair engine. Got the carburetors on the opposite sides of each other. It's flat, got the radiator mounted on top. So, typical Corvair motor here in this cool ramp side Corvair. They need to bring these things back, that's for sure. And here we got a stealthy looking split bumper Camaro Z28. And let's check a look at this Rat Fink inspired ride right here. Now this is a 1932 Ford Coupe. Take a look at that. Some nice colors on this one. They're bright, they're shiny. This is more of a show car hot rod right here. Everything's beautiful and well done on it. No rust holes, no patina. And I love the Ford emblems they got on it. All American colors right here in this little bitty hot rod. Now there is a Radio Flyer hot rod. That is really cool. And it's even got room for luggage on the back. So if the kids want to go on a road trip, they got room for their luggage in their little Radio Flyer hot rod. Now coming up here is a wagon, but what I love about this wagon is it's sparkly. Love the sparkles. Now this one is a Ford Country Sedan 1966. It's got this beautiful, beautiful roof on it. It contrasts with this rough body. Clean interior. Looks pretty factory original except for the steering wheel. A lot of space for your road trip items or your fishing gear. Oh, they're ready for a picnic, that's for sure. Even got the vintage camera. How often do you see one of those kind of cameras? Since I love the sparkly paint jobs, walk up a little bit further, and here's another ride with a sparkly paint job. So Chevy 3100, and the top half of it sparkles and shines. Reminds me a little bit of the Grinch. It's a green colored truck, got the white walls on it, a little bit Christmassy looking. On the inside, the dash, the steering column carry over this green sparkly theme. And the seats are a bit modern with the Chevy bow tie stitched in them, and it's got the cup holders. Everybody's got cup holders these days. And it's got the wooden bed in it, the wooden slats. Beautiful, beautiful Chevy truck. And another beautiful Chevy truck driving right by me. Now check out this multicolored patina 1948 Ford rat rod truck. This is very much the definition of a rat rod. It is altered here, there, and everywhere. It's got this small shorty truck bed on it. The inside's even rough. Look at the door panels, the dash. Everything's weathered. It's got these multicolors. I guess they're different layers of paint that have came off. And in the back, you got the Royal Crown, the RC Cola. You don't see that very much anymore in the stores. Everything's Coke or Pepsi. But there's another alternative, the RC. And here's a really cool Pontiac gasser. I love Pontiac, so got to show this one off. I saw it drive by a little earlier. Thing's loud. I mean, just exhaust straight out to the ground. Jacked up in the front, true gasser style. This one is a 1962 Tempest, so a little bit before the time of the GTO. The GTO came out in '64, but it's a mid-sized car just like the GTO, same kind of body style and stuff. It says Le Mans on the emblem here, and it says Tempest there. So Tempest Le Mans. And if you're a fan of light blue, which this is a pretty color, blue everywhere, different shades of blue, you gotta love this car. I mean, even the headlights have blue tint to them. And if you're looking for a pickup man, they've got the tow truck here. It's a nice Chevy Apache truck. Look at how much space is under the hood. I mean, that engine just like it sets down in there. All kind of space under there, but it's shoved back up against the firewall. I like the old lettering on it, how everything's faded and weathered. Beautiful tow truck. Let's take a look on the inside here. I like the little sticker on the glove box there. Not responsible for the safe operation of this vehicle. It's even got the lights on the top. These are blue lights. I think it'd be a cop tow truck. Getting some impounded vehicles for street racing.
It's been a tow truck since it was brand new.
Cool. How long have you had it?
Our grandpa bought it brand new in '58.
Cool.
So.
Awesome. Well, that's nice. You keep it in the family. Now, did you spruce it up a bit? No, just kind of
pulled it out of the field.
Just cleaned it up. And
we did run, steer, and stop. So everything that makes it run, steer, and stop we replaced, and everything else we left alone.
Okay, cool. So this is very period of the time.
Yep.
And everything works on the wrecker part, or?
Yep, yeah, it all works. I got the PTO shaft pulled out right now because I'm reworking it. But yeah, the PTO works, the winch works. Just back then they didn't require tow trucks to be solidly affixed to the tow cars. And so when they changed the laws in the 70s, they had to quit using it because it didn't have any way to attach it to the car. So then they just used it at the junkyard, and then when they closed the junkyard, it just ended up in at the family farm, and it sat at the family farm until she got it about 2.5 years ago, and then we got it running again, and we just drive around and have fun in it.
Well, thanks for the little history lesson on it. So I like it. It's got function, and you let Mother Nature do the paint job.
That's right.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
So here's some pictures of the truck over the years. So this is
1958 when it was brand new.
Brand new.
And then this was in the late 60s when they opened the Chevy Buick dealership. They changed it from the body shop door to the Chevy Buick door like it is now.
Okay.
And then after it was all said and done, it ended up at the family farm, and that's what it looked like when we dug it out.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for sharing the pictures too.
Yeah.
And here we have the most fantastic car of them all, the classic 59 Cadillac, known for its long body, long fins. This is like the pinnacle of the 50s fin styling right here. It's green on green with a little bit of light green in between. You just gotta love these gorgeous fins on these 59 Cadillacs, the back end. And a lot of people like to make couches out of them. I've got a fiberglass replica back end Cadillac couch, so it's really cool. Mine's red and white, and you got the white wall tires on it to set it all off. And I can't pass up an opportunity with the Firebird because I love Firebirds and Trans Ams. This is a 1968 Firebird, and it's got these ice cold flames on it. Beautiful blue with Krager chrome wheels on it. The seats on it are modern. It's got the year on the headrest, a Pontiac Indian head. A little bit of wood grain. That's an interesting touch there. You don't see wood grain like that on these cars. I mean, around the stereo there's some wood grain. That would be like factory, but this added touch is nice to it. And it's set up maybe like a street and strip type of car with these big meaty tires in the back. And it's got the optional hood tack. Those are a really nice touch from back in the day. You don't see them like that anymore. So see a hood tack anymore, it's aftermarket, like an auto meter somebody stuck on. But back in the day, that was a factory option. And here we have another beautiful Pontiac. This one's a little bit bigger than the GTO, but kind of similar styling with the stacked headlights. It's like a mid-60s with the pinstriping. So let's just check on here. This is a 1966 Bonneville Pontiac. More pinstriping on the door handles. This is a big car with a big trunk. This is definitely a lot huger than the mid-size GTO. But like I said, similar styling in the front. Some people might mistake it for a GTO at a faraway distance, but when you get up close, you can tell it's a little bit different.
Now there's a bunch more cool rides out here, or hot rods out here, that I want to show you, but they are playing some loud music in certain spots, so I'm gonna switch over to playing some my own music and just show them to you without talking about them and let you enjoy the rest of the show.
know, pals, you can't have a proper car show without a swap meet and cars for sale area. So let's check out some of these rides that are for sale out here. This is a interesting one. This is a Cordoba. Don't see these much at all. Kind of a squared up style here. This would be a Chrysler car. Looking for the emblem. There it is, the Chrysler emblem. Moving along. Let's tell you what, even though this truck is out of place at this show, this is a really cool looking truck. I love the graphics on it. Flatbed to haul your toys on. And it's for sale. I don't know anything about UD trucks, but it is a cool looking truck. It's a Nissan?
Yeah, it's made by Nissan.
Okay. So they got a line called UD that's...
It's utility diesel is what they call it.
Okay. Cool. I like
Real
it.
popular down south, sir.
Yeah, I like the graphics on it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, good luck selling it.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I don't really want to sell it. I just brought it to show off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. I've got 3 Nissans myself. One's a Datsun, but...
Same thing.
Beautiful, beautiful C10 truck here for sale. I like how the hood's just got this clean design with the ram air. This is a 1969 Chevy. And check out the exhaust pipes. Exit right in front of the rear wheels.
He just got here and she goes, "Did Nathan ever get a hold of you?" I go, "No, he probably didn't come."
Got an old school Ford F1 truck. Monte Carlo from the late 70s. Everything's red on this thing. It's just got mirrors for headlights. That's pretty cool. This must be truly a race car here. You can see it's got a transplant, a heart transplant. It's got the scoop on it. So this is just a true race car, not street legal. And not only does it have hood pins, but it's got trunk pins on it. It's even got one of those shutoffs. So this is, in every sense of the word, just a drag strip car. And moving along, what do we have here? A Pontiac, 55 Pontiac Chief. I love the Pontiacs. They just put so much effort into detail and styling on them. I mean, take a look at the hood ornament. It's like an airplane. It looks like it goes into an Indian head. This one's got the beautiful traditional style pinstriping on it. Black and green. White walls with these Krager caps on the wire wheels. Wow, this is beautiful. And take a look at the trunk on this thing. You got a lot of room in that thing. Love the chrome strips on the back, chrome eyebrows on the taillights. This thing is just detailed to the hilt. And here we have the Chevy, the classic 57 Chevy in red and chrome. You see these everywhere at the car shows. Maybe not so much in normal everyday go to work traffic, but you see them everywhere in a car show. And I love the way the hood opens on this thing. This is a really cool design here. Let's see what it is. It's a Packard. That's what I was kind of thinking it was. That hood ornament, just got to remember that hood ornament there with the swan. The way you know it's a Packard. So this is one of those orphan cars. It's a 1948 Packard. Looks like it's got an original engine in it, inline motor. It's got the lead sled style spotlights on it. You'll see those in lead sleds, like the old Mercuries from the 50s. You could lower this thing and chop it if you wanted to turn it into a lead sled. It'd be pretty cool. And dig those weathered hubcaps that say Packard on it. Those are classy. And over here we got one of those C3 Corvettes from the 70s. This one, it's pretty good shape. It's like a driver quality shape. It's got little places here and there, needs a little cleanup work. But this would make a really nice driver quality C3 Corvette. Interior looks pretty clean on it. Now let's move along down here. Now this is one gorgeous 1958 Buick out here in the car corral for sale. And take a look at the grill here, at these squares, a little bling bling on them. In the engine, it's modern. This is got a lot of custom touches to it. I love the color of the paint. It's just a beautiful, it's kind of like a harvest orange goldish color, fall color. It's fall time of year, so this car goes well with the fall season. But take a look on the inside. I don't know, it's it's modern. You like comfy, you like modern conveniences. It is modern, but it's got a modern Buick interior. You can see the Buick emblem on the steering wheel, but this is definitely out of something that looks 90s. I don't know what the reason was for doing the modern interior on this classy Buick, but it's a beautiful car. Even the car corral, there's swap meet, there's parts for sale, there's your model cars for sale, vintage toys, the die cast, the 118 stuff, accessories for your car, hubcaps. So you can find a lot of everything at this show, just like it should be at one of these hot rod car shows. You can even find your balls at the show as well. And the swap meet goes over this way too. That's where I just came from, so it's a decent sized swap meet area. I don't know if this thing's for sale, but it sure would be cool to have. I love this rat rod. I mean, you got the bright colors with the dark colors. You got somebody ran off with their gas pump handle. You got the creepy hand guy here. Yeah, good use of license plates in the car, or truck, I should say. It's a truck. Red Solo cup. You fill me up.
Hey, that thing it'll pump liquid out of that spigot.
Oh, cool.
He's got a remote. He says back, hit this remote, and then water flows.
Oh, water flows? Oh, cool.
Simulating moonshine, yeah.
Now, does it have any flamethrowers on it?
No.
No. I gotta love the creativity that a lot of these builders put into these things.
Yeah, he does something new every week.
I mean, you got the beautiful paint, you got the rust, you've got the weathered paint with the numbers, you got the glittery metal flake paint. This is an all-encompassing vehicle here. You even got the coffee cup on top of the carburetor. And this guy here, this is some artwork here. This little piston head skull dude. And here, look at the junk here. The overflow. It's a plastic skull head. I mean, just the details here. There's the Punisher skull. You just notice something different every time you turn around looking at some of these rat rods. A lot of times, and I even forget, looking up on the inside on the roof, you can see there's cool stuff there too. There's a bunch of, looks like metal signs that have been formed into the headliner basically. And they even got an old Schwinn banana seat in between the passenger and driver's seat there. Really, really cool. That is what I could call too cool of a truck. Now here's the stuff that I really like. This is a sign booth here. They got, you want to make your ride into a taxi, they got the yellow taxi cab signs. You got the old 50s clocks here, oil cans. You got the large and in charge signs, big chevron lettering. I mean, these signs are cool. I love this booth right here because it's got the cool stuff that is very unique, rare, and you're good for hanging in your garage or your man cave, good for displaying. And you could even put this in front of your house here. Here's one of them old Coke buttons. That one's huge. Now check out this little pull behind thing for kids. This is beautiful. Metal flake, big large hood ornament, and it's even got this raccoon tail right here on the antenna. And this booth right here has got some nice like weathered artwork here. Even got a door panel you can hang in your man cave or garage, and some shirts to go along with it. Now as I'm leaving the excitement of the swap meet car corral area, take a look at this. It's like vintage camper area. You got a campgrounds on site, so if you wanted to come enjoy this car show, now this is a multi-day car show. It starts on Thursday and runs through Saturday, but some people hang out the next day on Sunday. And look at these campers. I mean, bright paint jobs. There's like old Airstream over there. And you got this is a big Ford truck right here, commercial size. We got some neat stuff back here as well. I gotta check all this out. We're ready for Halloween, obviously, with this one. It's a nice limo. Creepy limo. Looks like it belongs in a funeral procession. Take a look at all these cool campers. This is like its own little city out here. You get the ambience of the train going by in the background. And some of these people really got the perfect setup here out here. You got the tiki guy. They got everything decorated out here. Oh, this one's cute. Look at how tiny this little camper is.
You can have two if you want to have two.
This is one fun show. I'm really impressed my first time being out here. I don't think these are part of the show, but I'm gonna show them to you anyway. We got the old school John Deere tractor. We got the Alice Chambers tractor. I don't even know what that little thing is. Some kind of contraption. Another old school ride out here. It's a Hudson. Wow. That's a name you don't hear hardly at all. When you look up close on it, it's got these ghost flames. You might not really see them far away. When you get up close, you see them. 1948 Hudson, apparently. You go by what's on the seats. Man, look at that dash. It's even got like a picture painting on the glove box there of the car. And you can't leave out the hula dancers on these type of cars. And a couple more tractors out here. We got an old farm all. It's like it's been left out in the elements. And then we got a Macy Harris. That's a beautiful, that's almost like a fire engine red on this one. Got their Halloween decorations out. Don't see anybody out here with Christmas decorations. I guess it's too early for that. Let's take a look at this trailer over here. There's some freaky people. Somebody's selling vintage campers. If you want one, get you one from Louisville, Kentucky. Take to the show next year. Well, that must be the 12-foot jack skeleton. I've seen the 12-foot regular skeletons.
What I do, I am the best. For my talents are renowned far and
And he's animated.
When it comes to surprises in the moonlit night, I excel without
Even the Flintstones are here. We got the Flintstones mobile, and it's for sale. Very reasonable offer right here. 100 bucks. Who needs a Flintstones mobile? Looks like it's just for kids though. Although I'm small enough, I could probably fit in the thing. More and more RVs, campers everywhere. People having fire pits out. This is what it's all about. And I gotta check this out. We got a covered bridge out here. This is the perfect setting for a car show. And you got a covered bridge out here. It says it's built in 1989. You could get a little small vehicle in here. So maybe like a Crosley or something. It's very narrow in here. You could get a big truck through it, but. And going, let me flip the camera around because there's some more cool stuff over here. This Chevy wagon is beautiful. And a Jeep Commander. This thing is beautiful. I've seen a couple of these examples when I was at Cruising the Coast at the Vicari Auto Auction. These Jeeps are they're classy. And they're four-wheel drive, but they're like a showpiece, you know, period piece. And I love the way the tailgate and the back end slants. Decent amount of room, even though it's not as big as a full-size truck in the back. Now everybody thinks of you know, like the old 50s cars having fins, but did you know trucks have fins too? Check out the fins on this one. All right, so they're custom. But here's a truck with fins. Well, pals, it's come that time to end this episode. This is a great show. I'm glad I came. This is like a last-minute thing. I had my eye on another show and I just seen this one. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. So I thought I'd come out here. This is one Eville show in Evansville, Indiana. I mean, look, I got a demon behind me. How much more evil can it get out here? All these wicked, sick rides. This is an amazing car show. So from the Vanderburg Fairgrounds out here in Evansville, Indiana, until next time, don't worry, be random.
You never want to miss another random car video.
Remember, ring that bell. Ring that bell.